Well, hey guys, what's up? It's your boy, one and only Air Legends, and yeah, guys, today I am back with another movie. This time, this is going to be a small, sad movie. So, if you guys like those type of things, then you will definitely like it. As a matter of fact, I have read this fanfic couple of days before. If I were to able to find the fanfic, I will try to put the link within the description below. Otherwise, you can just hear me out. As it's going to be a pretty sad what if, so I hope that you guys will like it. And yeah guys, before starting this video, I would like to make a request to all of you guys who are watching this video to come on guys, if you guys are new to this channel or if you guys have not subscribed yet, please guys do so. It will really help me a lot as I want to reach 10k as quick as possible. So I hope that you guys will help me so that we can reach 10k together. So yeah guys, please help me on that. As well as guys, I have an Instagram page by the name of ARLegends1234. Please follow me on Instagram as well. So yeah guys, without wasting any more of your time, let us start our video. As I'm going to start my video as Naruto is 6 years old. As in this time, Naruto's life was even more worse than in the original canon. This time, you can say Nine-Tails attack even got worse, as some of the you can say clan members also died. So even the clan heads were against Naruto a lot. Though some of them, like you can say Choza as well as Shikamaru's dad Shikaku or something like that. While on the other hand, all the other clan heads were still against Naruto. So his life was even more worse, even though Tadokage tried to protect him thanks to his Ambu, but still, they did not like him whatsoever because of the destruction that was caused by the Nine Tails, which was even greater than the original canon. So they did not even bother to protect him when the you can say mobs were there and only intervened when they were about to kill him off. So Naruto's life was even more worse. At the age of 4, he was getting beatings here and there. And yeah guys, in this series, Naruto is definitely going to be pretty worse, and in the end of it, there will be end of this world. So yeah guys, hope you enjoyed it. As now, let's start our video from here on, as Naruto was trying his best to put up the fake smile on his face as he was walking within the, you can say, Konoha, as he could already feel the stares as well as angry glares pointed towards him. So, but he still had hope. One day he will become a strong shinobi the world will know, and then he will become Hokage, and then everyone will acknowledge his presence, and then everyone will love him. Yes, that was the desire of a small 6 years old kid who was getting beating from the age of you can say 4 as far as he can remember. As one day he will become a strong shinobi, he will become a Hokage. These were the thoughts of a 6 years old, and that is pretty sad actually. But still, as Naruto still tried to put a smile on his face, while on the other hand, let us go to other side of the Konoha. As in the chamber of Hokage, there was a council meeting going on as Hiruzen was looking towards, as all of them, as Fire Daniel, no, just forget about it, as Hiruzen was looking towards all the members of the council as well as the civilian council, as Danzo was smirking inwardly. He asked Hiruzen to give Naruto to him so that he can make Naruto a shinobi of a root, so that he can control him, so that they can use the power of the Jinchuriki. But Hiruzen denied him over and over again, and now Hiruzen will pay the price of that, denying Danzo what he deserved to have. While on the other hand, all the civilian council members were looking towards Hiruzen, as Hiruzen said, "What do you guys even want with little Naruto? I have already told you, he's not the Nine Tails." Even though Hiruzen was also sad about the death of his wife, but still, he did not let it get to him that much at least, but still. As Danzo speak up, "Well Hiruzen, we have already told you, we asked you so that we can train the Jinchuriki for our own needs, but no, you did not say. You said that how that child deserved to live a normal life, huh? Are you mad Hiruzen? As that kid possessed the beast who killed off so many families, and you are saying that he deserved to live a normal life? No, we will not stand for it, Hiruzen. We have already let him live in this village for 6 years, and now it all comes to an end right here and right now." As Hiruzen was in utter shock as he said, "What are you talking about, Danzo? You know that Naruto is not responsible for the deaths of all those people. It was Nine Tails." As one of the civilian council members stood up, "It does not matter. As he's the one, he's the cause of everything. He hosts the beast, which is the reason he's the Nine Tails incarnate, and we have to kill him, and that is our final decision. If you do not allow us, then we are leaving this village along with all the business we have." At this, Hiruzen's eyes widened as Hamura, you can say, the elder, speak up. "Hiruzen, we have already tolerated it more than enough. You already know most of the council is against it. So now, as the rules made by a second Hokage, we are demanding for a vote so that we can decide the destiny of the Uzumaki Naruto. As Ruzen pale at that, knowing that most of the council were against it, as then Danzo smirk inwardly. If he cannot have the weapon which he desire, if he cannot have the power of the Nine Tails, then no, he will not allow Hiruzen to have it as well. And Minato Namikaze, the father of that child, denied him for having that power, and now he will have that all for himself. That will be definitely a way to get back at Minato as he smirk at that, as Hiruzen Sai already knowing what is coming. As then Danzo speak up now to vote for the destiny, for the, you can say, future of Uzumaki Naruto. Now I vote for the death. As citizens' eyes widen at that, as then civilian council members started to raise their head. Death, 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 and execution. As now it comes to, you can say, elders. As Hamura simply shook his head. Well, Hiruzen, I did not want you to do this, but I think that it is best for the leaf. Death. As Hiruzen's eyes widen, as Danzo also said, and now it comes to the Shinobi Council. As Shikamaru's father, Sai, as he said, well, I have personally nothing against the child, so I vote against it. As then Choza also speak up, I also vote against it, as well as Inoichi. Then it comes to, you can say, Fugaku Uchiha, I vote for the death of the child. He's the main reason for all of this. As then it came to all the other council members, especially to Sumli, who, you can say, whose her husband died in the Ninetales attack. As she said, I demand for the death of that child. At the moment I lay eyes on him. As Hiruzen's eyes widen at that, as he said, are you guys out of your mind? What are you even guys saying? Do you even know that what will that cost? As they simply shook their head, it does not matter, Hiruzen. As now it is already more than enough. We have votes, and now it's about time for the demon to pay. As Hiruzen's eyes widen, as he said, no, I will not allow it. As Lanzo said, the council has already made the decision, Hiruzen. It does not matter. As Hiruzen wanted to reveal the information of Naruto's parentage so that he can stop it, but what will happen then? Other villages will try to attack them. They are already way too weakened. Hiruzen is the Hokage. He knows the condition of Konoha. And there are so many shinobis died. This time, Ninetales attack even went deep into the village. So most of the, you can say, clans were also destroyed in that attack. If he were to reveal the information of Naruto, he may protect him from these people, but still, other villages will definitely attack, like Iwa, as well as Kumo, and they will have no fighting chance whatsoever. As now, he cannot even reveal the information of Naruto's parentage at this point, has all hope lost as Hiruzen simply shook his head. I'm sorry, Minato. I cannot stop them. If I were to reveal the information, then Konoha will fall. I'm sorry, old friend. As he simply shook his head, and now Naruto was simply going, and then suddenly a lot of killing intent was pointing towards it. As Naruto's eyes widened, in all of these years of beating, he developed a sense, as well as he can cope with the killing intent, as well as he started to run instantly, knowing that they are coming for him once again. He cannot understand. It was not his birthday, not the other day around. It was a normal day. Why are they even chasing him? As he ran into the streets, trying to escape from his intruders, but to his utter horror, several kunais were about to struck him down. As Naruto's eyes widened, what? Shinobis are also chasing me? As he looked back to see, you can say several ambus were on the rooftop as they were looking towards him. As Naruto's eyes widened, as a lone red eye was staring towards him with most hatred in them, as Naruto could not know what is going on here. As then, you can say, people also started to gather as Naruto started to run as best as he can, but alas, as he finally came to the valley, you can say, a dead end. As Naruto's eyes widened, utter horror started to sneak in to his veins. As now, on the other hand, Hiruzen, along with the elders, were looking towards the area. As Danzo had a smirk on his face, while Hiruzen was simply looking down. He could not even look towards the child, which he was unable to protect from the council, from these people. And if he were to reveal the information, then Konoha will fall. As it is one child against Konoha, the decision is obvious. As he simply looked down, as people started to grab him. Now it's about time, demon. We have been denied our justice for way too long. It's about time that you will pay for your crimes, demon. As before, Naruto could say anything as he met with a punch to his face which broke his jaw. As then people started to grab him and started to beat him down to the utter, you can say, break him down and beat him into the bloody pulp. As Naruto could not believe it, and then suddenly several fireballs, small fireball rushed towards Naruto as Naruto's eyes widened as he met with the fire as most of his skin started to burn as Naruto started to go into the unconsciousness as his eyes opened to see, you can say, as he was in a sewer, as he could not believe it. Did they have throw him? But no, he feels strange as he looked towards his body. No burn or no attacks were there. But was that a dream? No. Could this be a dream? As he started to walk into, you can say, the sewer, and then a growl could be heard. As Naruto's eyes widened as fear started to sneak into the small child of only 6 years old. As Naruto arrived in front of a large, you can say, gate. As Naruto's eyes widened as darkness was inside of it. As Naruto said, is anyone there? As a growl could be heard, as then Naruto's eyes widened when a giant figure came into the light, as the nine tails were swinging behind him. As Naruto's eyes widened, he has heard stories, as some of them people also call him something like Fox Demon, but he never paid any mind to it. As then he looked towards the nine tails, as Naruto said, nine tails? As Kurama growled at Naruto, you damn brat. Do you have any idea what is going on outside there? As Naruto simply shook his head. As Kurama scoffed. It is not about time to be, you can say, feeling horror, child. You are going to die. As Naruto looked towards him, are you going to kill me? As Kurama scoffed, as said, I have no intention to kill you. You are already going to die. The people of this village are going to kill you, child. As Naruto's eyes widened at that, but they cannot kill me. Why? As Kurama sighed, as he said, well, perhaps there are no saving you. Even with all of my power, I'm trying to heal you, but still, it is already way too clear. You are going to die. Well, I'm still going to survive. Honestly, I thought that you could save this world and save everyone. As Naruto looked towards him confused, as Kurama sighed, as he started to explain about the Nine Tails attack as well as himself being the Jinchuriki, as Naruto was in utter horror as he said, so I'm the Nine Tails? As Kurama scoffed, you're nothing me, child. You're just a child. Not only that, you are a special child. As Naruto looked towards him, what do you mean by that? As he said, you have the power, the remaining power of the Sage of Six Path residing in your body. They do not even know what they are even doing. They are dooming themselves by killing you. As Naruto was simply looking towards Kurama as he said, but it does not matter. Even with that power, you're still going to die. As Naruto let out a small chuckle as he said, so that's how it is, huh? I'm going to die here. I will never become a shinobi. As tears started to come to his eyes. I will never become Hokage. As Naruto was now on his knees, tears were coming. As Naruto started to cry, the mask which he was wearing, as far as he could remember the time when he was first beaten up, as finally started to crack, as Kurama was simply looking down towards the kid which was destined to save this world from its own darkness. The child which possessed the power of his father is going to die in front of him with even with all the power of Nine Tails. As a matter of fact, he know that he is going to survive thanks to his immortality, but still it will take some time for him to reform and all that. As Naruto looked towards him, so I'm going to die, huh? I will never become anything, just a demon. As Kurama said, well, look towards the positive side. You're going to take me down with you. As Naruto looked towards him, what do you mean by that? As he said, well, when you die, I will die. Thanks to me being sealed inside of you. This seal you can see on the gate. Because of it, I can never escape your body. You are going to die, and you are going to take me down with you. Then it's a win-win, I suppose, for the village. As Naruto let out his, you can say, sad chuckle. Perhaps I'm going to die, but I can tell one thing from you, Nine Tails. You're not that bad, aren't you? As Kurama was literally utter shock. No one has said that how he was not a bad creature, but no, he was a demon. As Naruto said, perhaps You have saved my life. You're the one who healed me, didn't you? After all the stabbing and beating, I always thought that it was pretty strange that I always survived. As Kurama let out a small chuckle, well, it was my power which always healed you. You would have died at least 100 times in this village in this 2 years of your own life from the age of 4 to 6. Pretty small figure for someone like me, but still, you're going to die here. So there's no point hiding anything or hating you even further because I'm going to die with you. And yeah, Kate, I was the one who always saved your life. To be honest, I almost felt pity for your life. Has Naruto let out a small, you can say, sad chuckle, then perhaps I can give you a small parting gift. I can break the seal so you cannot die with me. As Kurama's eyes widened, he thought that Naruto would be more than happy that he's going to take down the cause of his pain, the person who was responsible for all of this beating and hatred and his so apparent coming death. He will be so happy to kill him with himself as well. As Naruto looked towards him, well, I know that you're not that bad, 9 days. So I'll be more than happy to remove the seal for you. As Naruto said, so how do I do that? As Kurama did not respond, as he was in utter shock. Is this kid really going to do it? Is he going to release him? He knows that Naruto is going to die either way, even if he were to release him. Or the villagers will kill him. Either way, it is alright. As Kurama said, Kurama. As Naruto looked towards him. But what did you say? As Naruto said, my name is Kurama. Address me as such, child. As Naruto said, and my name is Naruto Uzumaki, not child. As Kurama chuckled at that, Uzumaki to the very end. So be it. As then water underneath Naruto started to swirl up, as Naruto started to float within the air, as Naruto said, well, at least I got a small ride before my death. Alright, what do I do now, Kurama? As Kurama said, just remove the paper. Rest I will do. Your body is already weakened. I can break the seal after that. As Naruto simply nodded as he grabbed the paper and then about to remove it, but then a hand grabbed him and pulled him into the, you can say, under the sewer. As Kurama noticed that, but he did not roar or anything like that. As then, in front of him standing the legendary fourth Hokage himself, as Minato looked towards Naruto as he said, Naruto, you're so young. What are you even doing here? As Naruto looked towards him, fourth Hokage? As how do you know me? And how do you know my name? As Minato chuckled at that. Well, seal is not broken, so he can stay here a bit longer. As he said, well, of course, Naruto, I know you because I named you. I'm your father. As Naruto's eyes widened at that, as he said, what? You're my father? As Minato laughed, well, you are definitely the son of your mother. Well, she should be, her chakra should also be here. Then perhaps I can pull her hair. As he pulled, you can say, a small chakra wave, and then a presence also started to appear out of nowhere. And the presence had red hair as she opened her eyes, as she said, where am I? As she looked towards Naruto, as her eyes widened. After all, she was the mother of this child. She can always tell this was her child, her Naruto. As she rushed towards him, Naruto, as she gave Naruto a big hug, as Naruto at this point was crying. These were his parents, but he could not understand. Fourth Hokage was his father? Then why are they killing him? As then Minato looked towards Naruto. Well, Naruto, this is as Kushina said. I'm your mother, Naruto. My name is Kushina Uzumaki. As Naruto was so stunned. As Minato laughed as he said, so Naruto, what are you even doing here? You should not be here, and as a matter of fact, you should not be able to access your mindscape at this age. As Naruto simply looked towards him, as he said, as he walked towards Minato, as then Minato was a bit curious and then suddenly Naruto punched him into the leg and then started to punch him over and over again. This surprises Minato as he said, why did you do that to me? Do you even know what they have done to me? As Naruto started to cry as tears were coming and Kushina was feeling sad, knowing that villagers must have treated her poor boy so poorly. As Naruto was at this point crying as Minato was not able to access any memories of Naruto, so he do not know what is going on outside. As Kurama started to chuckle at that, as Kushina had a stern look in her face, looking towards Ninetale, as Minato also was looking towards Kurama. Wait, you can say narrowed eyes, as he said, so Ninetales, you are trying to trick my son so that you can be released from this seal, huh? As Kurama said, well, it does not matter, Minato. the fourth Hokage, your son is going to die. As Kushina said, huh, as if we are going to allow you to kill our child. As Naruto was looking down, as he said, well, Kurama was not trying to kill me or trying to trick me, mom, dad. As they were happy to say that, you can say here that their child has said them mom and dad, but still, Naruto raised as Minato raised an eyebrow, I said, Naruto, you cannot believe that, but before, Naruto said, it does not matter. I'm going to die either way. As at this, both Minato and Kushina were pretty confused. As Minato said, what do you mean by that, Naruto? As Kurama said, allow me to tell you, fourth Hokage, your child has just been, you can say, at the verge of death. At this point, I'm the only one who's healing him. So, it would be my honor to show you what is going on here. As Kurama later chuckled, it will be final revenge on the side of Nine Tails, even though he do not like it, but still, this was the man and the woman who sealed him away. So, at the small of their misery, he will have a final laugh. As then, the Night Chakra started to swirl all around as their eyes widened as a screen appeared out of nowhere as they could see the villagers were beating the kid as Naruto was tied to the pole as they were stabbing him all over, burning his hand, as well as both Kushina and Minato let out a gasp of utter horror as Minato noticed the elders as well as third Hokage standing on the far rooftop. As Minato looked towards Ninetale, what is going on here? And why are they even doing this? As Kurama let out a chuckle, well, if you're saying that why are they are trying to kill him at the 101 time, and this time even the you can say the authorities of Konoha are not stopping them, then the answer is I do not know. It seems that the hatred has finally gone to their head and they have finally decided to get rid of your son. And your son was just giving me a last favor, saying that he do not want to kill me. After all, I was the one who saved his life over 100 times. So he just wanted to release me so that I can go on my merry way. You and I both know that I was not the one who attacked your miserable village. It was that damn Uchiha who controlled me. So Naruto is just giving me a small favor. At this, Kushina was grabbing Naruto and crying and looking towards the screen and covering his face, not wanting to let him show his outside body, which was almost beyond recognition at this point, as she was crying openly, as Minato was simply looking down. This was the village he gave his life for. This was the village he sacrificed his family, everything, his humanity at some point. He killed a 1000 shinobi in the war. His mind almost broke after that. As he almost got, you can say, tried to suicide, but if it was not because of Kushina, he would have been dead. This was the village. He had gave everything. And they are killing him. They are killing his only living legacy. For what? Because he saved them? As tears were clearly coming to the eyes of Minato as he looked towards his crying wife who was telling Minato to do something. As Minato, knowing that he do not have any power whatsoever, as he looked towards Ninetale, but I told Hiruzen to protect him. But why? Why did he not do it? As Kurama scoffed, huh, that old monkey. Though he tried to, you can say, protect Naruto as much as he can, but still, did you honestly believe that after that old man believed that Naruto is the cause of the death of his wife, he will do something to protect him? As a matter of fact, I can bet that the thing that the only reason he's not, you can say, releasing the information that Naruto is your son because of his small hatred towards Naruto, or you can say a matter of fact towards me, because he thinks that I was the one who killed his wife, but we both know the otherwise, don't we, Hokage? Fourth Hokage, as Minato could not believe it, the person who he trusted at his last breath to protect his child was hating him. He knows that that was the Uchiha who killed the wife of Third Hokage, not the Nine Tails, not Naruto, definitely. As he was trembling at that, as he looked towards Naruto, who was, you can say, sobbing at the, you can say, the stomach of Kushina, who was grabbing him tightly to herself, as well as crying. As Minato was also looked towards Naruto. Naruto, I'm sorry. As Naruto simply looked towards him. It's alright, Dad. It seems that it will be good. I will be able to join you in the other world, and then we can live a happy family, right? As Minato let out tears from his eyes, he could see beyond, you can say, that fake smile, the hurt, the torture, all the things. As now, Kushina was also crying openly. as she grabbed Naruto. Don't worry, Naruto-kun. I will not let you anything happen to you. Don't worry. As she was crying openly as Minato was simply looking down. As Naruto said, "Well, I have something to do." As he separated from Kushina, as he started to walk towards the sail. As Minato said, "What are you going to do, Naruto?" As Naruto said, "Well, Kurama-san." As Minato raised an eyebrow. "That is the name of Nine Tails. He saved my life so many times. I just want to repay him. I do not want him to die with me. I want to release him, even though he might try to destroy the village. But don't worry." As you can say, Kurama looked towards Naruto. "Don't worry about it. I will judge the village according to their actions. If they simply let me be, I will not attack them. But if they try to capture me or try to control me because of that damn Sharingan, trust me, I will eliminate this village. I will not lie to you, child. And that is my final decision." As Naruto smiled at that. I know that you're not that bad, Kurama-san. So I will trust you." As he started to float once again, this time Minato did not stop him as Naruto pulled the seal and break it apart as Kurama stood up at that as he gathered all of his nine tails and slammed them into the gears. Because of Naruto's broken, you can say, chakra network as well as his broken body, seal was nothing. As now Minato looked towards Naruto as he grabbed him. "Well, my child, it seems that it is already too late. I'm sorry, Naruto, you were not able to achieve anything in your life, your dreams and all, but still, when you come to the other world, we will be a proper family." As Naruto simply smiled at his father, as Kushina once again grabbed Naruto as well as Minato gave a final family hug before they meet to the other side. As Kurama simply looked towards the, you can say, scene with sadness in his eyes. Now, scream as Minato looked back towards the screen as well as Kushina, and the final thing they saw before disappearing was a silver haired boy grabbing Naruto from the neck as well as one lone Sharingan in his eye. As Minato simply shook his head as now his final belief was destroyed. His, you can say, sensei abandoned Naruto because he did not want it. He wanted to do some research. As Tsunade, who was, you can say, godmother of Naruto, also left him here to suffer. Hiruzen did not do anything. His old only living student is ready to kill his only child. As Minato was looking towards the screen, now let us go to the outside of the screen as Kakashi was grabbing Naruto from the neck. "You demon, because of you, you are the only reason, because of Minato sensei as well as Kushina-san, are that you are the reason, demon." As Minato simply shook his head as he was beyond disappointed. At this point, he do not even care if these people are going to die by the hands of, you can say, Nine Tails. Minato know better that they will use the Sharingan or any other tool to capture Nine Tails once again. They would have been thinking that Nine Tails is going to die with Naruto, and that would be true if, you can say, Naruto did not release a seal. And both of their, you can say, souls would have been merged, and Nine Tails would have ceased to exist because of the seal which Minato developed. But now he do not care. As finally, you can say, both Minato and Kushina disappear from the eyes. Now, let us go as Naruto was at this point simply looking down as Kakashi had a Chidori in his hand as he said, "For you, Minato sensei, for you, Kushina-san," as he simply chopped the Chidori into the head of Naruto, separating it from the very shoulders to begin with. As this started to people started to cheer, "Hero, hero," as Kakashi grabbed the head of Naruto. "This is for you, Minato sensei. I have finally avenged you." As people started to cheer as Hiruzen was simply looking down as Danzo had a smirk on his face. But then suddenly, killing intent spread across all the village as Hiruzen, Danzo, elders, civilians, shinobis, all of their eyes widened. The seal on Naruto's body started to glow. As you can say, Danzo said, What is going on here, Hiruzen?" As Hiruzen said, I don't know. According to Jiraiya, Nine Tails should have been dead, or at least for the years to come. Since he can develop his body, what is going on?" As then suddenly a reddish chakra shoot into the air. As then, to their utter horror, as a feet started to form out of it. As you can say, Kakashi could only see in utter horror as well as all the civilian. And then tails started to develop. One tail, second tail, third tail, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, finally 8th and then 9th, and finally the head of the fox formed as Kurama let out a roar, as the roar was so powerful it almost destroyed a section of the village like it was nothing, as people could look in utter horror as the nine tails was standing in front of him as before they could run, as Kurama let out a chuckle. Finally, freedom! And at least most of the people were simply looking towards the nine tails. It was not possible. That boy was the incarnation of the nine tails. They killed the demon. What is the demon doing here? As were they wrong? No, they cannot be wrong. As Kurama let out a chuckle, foolish humans. I must commend you for your stupidity, and thanks for allowing me to once again reform and once again be free from my prison. Thanks for killing my prison, Hatake Kakashi. As he looked down towards Kakashi, who was now trembling in pure utter fear. He could not believe it. As he let out a chuckle, thanks for killing the son of your sensei, and who was my prison, and thanks for destroying that prison. Now I'm finally free. And he looked down towards, you can say, several Uchihas were coming, because at this point Uchiha massacre did not happen. As Fugaku said, now demon, you will serve the Uchiha clan as our pet you are meant to be. As he activated his Mangekyo Sharingan, obey me now, you little pet. As Kurama looked towards him and then let out a chuckle as a full-blown burst into laughter. As you can say, Fugaku could not understand. This was the Mangekyo Sharingan. He should be able to control the fox with no trouble whatsoever. Even Danzo was thinking the plan how he is going to control the fox with his Sharingan. But no, Fugaku's Sharingan did not work. But why? As the fox looked towards the Uchiha in pity as he said, did you honestly believe that after all of these years I would not come with any idea how I can dispel your pathetic genjutsus of that cursed eye? Well, you're a fool. When Fourth Hokage sealed me away into his only son, as this gasp could be heard across the village. Civilians could not believe their ear. The demon, what is the demon even talking about? That little demon was incarnation of the nine tails. He was not the son of Minato Namikaze. He was not the son of Fourth Hokage. They refused to believe it, while on the other hand Shinobi side could not even believe their ears, and they looked towards the child, blue eyes, blonde hair, as gasps could be heard across all the, you can say, shinobis. As Kurama let out a chuckle as he said, well, I took some of the chakra of the child, Naruto, and fused it into my own. Whenever you try to put some chakra into me so that you can control me, I use that to dispel any genjutsu. So your pathetic genjutsus are useless against me. And since there is no one in this village, in this whole world, as who knows the Mokedan, so this world is doomed. As he let out a chuckle as he looked towards, you can say, Hiro. No, Kakashi, since you are the one who freed me from my prison, you will be the last one to die from my hands. So, take some rest. As he grabbed Kakashi between his tails and put him at the Hokage mountain. As then, you can say, third Hokage landing in front of Kurama. We will not allow you to destroy the village, demon. We are going to kill you. As Kurama let out a chuckle as he said, do you know the strange thing about this world, old man? Do you know the one who gave chakra to your kind, sage of six path, Hagoromo Usususki, as who was my father? At these Hiruzen's eyes widened for a moment. He did not knew that the tail beasts were the children of the sage of six path. As he said, do you know the reason you guys even have chakra? Even if he has shared his chakra, but all chakra is still connected to his own. When he died, his chakra remained in this world. That was the driving force in the nature, driving force to all of the chakra you guys actually possess. But when the true child of destiny, who was the son of Minato Namikaze, also known as Uzumaki Naruto, my previous container, my previous prison, lost prison, born in this world, the chakra fused with his own. But since you guys have already killed him, can you feel it, old man? As Ruzen could feel his chakra, his strength was leaving his body. But why? As he said, As Kurama started to laugh, all the shinobis could feel it as Danzo's eyes widened. He could feel the chakra leaving his eye, as well as the hand which he made after all of the struggle. As he said, since Naruto is dead, the chakra of the Sage of Six Paths combined with his own has left this world. This world has been forsaken. You guys are going to lose all of your power. It will return back to the nature. And then this world will crumble under its own weight. Can't you even see it? You have destroyed yourself. As Hiruzen simply looked down, what is he even fighting for? At this moment, they cannot kill the Nine Tails. He do not know the seal which Minato used to, you can say, imprison the Nine Tails. And they're losing their power. Without chakra, they will not survive. This world will collapse under its own weight. As Kurama let out a chuckle, so allow me to have my last fun as he growled at that, as he let out a, you can say, swing his tail, destroying a section of the village with little to no trouble. As Tanzo landed in front of Ninetales, I will not allow you, demon. You will obey me, your true master. As he revealed his shining gun, tried to put Genjutsu on Kurama, who only chuckled, such a miserable creature. As he powered up a Biju Dama, as he released the attack before Danzo could release, you can say, the chains as well as the seals on his hand. Bijudama met with him, destroying, obliterating him. As Kakashi could not believe it, he killed the son of his sensei. But no, he was the incarnation of the Nine Tails. He deserved to die. But no, Nine Tails is here, which means that Naruto was the son of his sensei. What has he done? He could not even believe his own ears, his own, you can say, eyes. At this point, his own Sharingan eye has reverted back into the normal eye as the Uchihas were screaming that how they are the elites and Nine Tails deserve to be under their command and trying to put him under some Genjutsu using their Sharingan as Kurama chuckled. Well, allow me to have some fun with the Uchihas. I always wanted to hunt them down. So let's begin. As Kurama started to shrink in size as most of the shinobi thought that now they have a fighting chance since the Ninetales is small in size. So wrong they were. Hatsukuna leaped towards the Uchihas and started to, you can say, rip them apart. As all the Uchihas were trying to run, but to no avail. Kurama's speed was beyond anything. As some of the shinobis arrived, trying to act. You can say, Might Guy's father, Daiga. What was the name again? Whatever it was, tried to activate the 8th gate, but it was already too late, as the chakra has already left his body because he did not have so much to begin with. Without Naruto, without the remaining chakra of the Sage of Six Paths in this world is going to lose the chakra and it will revert back into the nature itself. And so much energy in a small place, way too much happen. As all the people started to collapse, civilians could not believe it as they wanted to run, but no, it was already way too late as Kurama was crushing them, ripping them apart from leg to leg as head to toe as he was destroying all of them and in a matter of minutes as Hiruzen was only one standing there. He could not believe it. The village he protected, the will of fire as the Ninetales was now walking towards him as then a dot landed as Kurama simply chuckled as he reverted back into his full form as well as a slug appeared standing on both of them were, you can say, Slug Princess, Tsunade, as well as Torsani, Jiraiya, as they were looking towards the Ninetale, as they looked towards Hiruzen. Sensei, what is going on here? How did the Ninetale escape? As Jiraiya could not believe it, the Ninetale was sealed inside of his godson, as well as Tsunade knew that Naruto was her godchild. As Kurama let out a chuckle, well, it's pretty simple, Toad, Sage, as Jiraiya growl at, you can say, at him as he said, "What did you do? Did you trick Naruto or did you kill him?" As he let out a chuckle, no, that honor goes to your precious village. At this, both Tsunade and Jiraiya's eyes widened as they looked towards the sensei who was simply looking down. Had no future to fight for, has nothing to begin with. As what's the point of fighting if you know that you're going to die tomorrow? So, yeah, either way. So, Jiraiya said, "What do you mean by that, demon?" As you said, pretty simple. He allowed the council, as well as the shinobis and the civilians, to hunt him down. And at the end of his day, he cut his head off. Here, there's the body. I did not destroy that section. As Jiraiya and Tsunade looked towards the place, as Tsunade started to tremble. Looking at the, you can say, the destroyed body as well as the blood everywhere, as Jiraiya could not believe it as he looked towards Hiruzen. Sensei, why did you even load it? As you know that he was the son of, as Hiruzen was now on his knees crying openly as Jiraiya could not believe it as he said, it's already too late, Sage. Can't you even feel it? Can you feel it, Gamabunta, the head of Toad Sage, the slug boss, as Katsuya? Your chakra is leaving you. Soon enough, your chakra will leave and you will revert back into an ordinary toad as well as an ordinary slug, nothing more than that. And that is the end of it. And you guys know it. As Gamabunta growled at that, and how did it happen, demon? As he simply chuckled. But of course, the remaining chakra of the Sage of Six Path, who was giving the chakra to your pathetic humankind as well as the summoning kind, has died along with Naruto, which means that this world no longer has any source of the chakra. At this, Kamamunta's eyes widen at that. He knows about the remaining chakra of the Sage of Six Path, and only a Destiny Child can proclaim him, which means that Naruto was the Destiny Child, and after his death, this world no longer has a source of gaining this chakra. Just like if sun were to disappear, all planets would die off. And same with the chakra of the Sage of Six Paths. Without it, all chakra in the life form will vanish. After all, it was never a natural source, just a outside power to begin with. As Kurama said, huh, so you still want to fight me, huh? Knowing that you will not see the next sun and all of your chakra will vanish and you revert back to a normal toad and a slug. As Tsunade at this point was openly crying, there was no point of fighting this demon. He did not do anything. They are the one who have doomed themselves to begin with. While on the other hand, all the other villages as B looked towards inside of his marshape into the eight tails as he said B. It seemed that the remaining chakra of my father must have combined with the destiny child, and something must have happened to him. It seemed that after his death, the chakra has left this world, which I'm pretty sure that he must have something really, really bad. The people which he trusted must have done to him, which was the main reason my father's chakra must have thought that this world is no longer worthy of containing his power. So his chakra has left this world, which means that as B look towards the eight tails, this world is going to die off, as well as all the chakra in this world will finish off. As B's eyes widen as he tells that to, you can say, Raikage, who simply shook his head. So there's nothing we can do, huh? As B simply shook his head all the other way, while on the other hand, Suna, Gara was also, you can say, losing chakra. All the people were losing chakra, as all across the elemental nation, as Obito was making his plan, as his eyes widened, his Sharingan simply disappeared, while on the other hand, Rinnegan also reverted back into the normal eyes, as the Akatsuki could not understand what was going on here, as now finally the chakra has started to left, as Kurama let out a chuckle, as he said, perhaps this is the end, huh? As he simply looked towards as Toad disappeared into a small toad as well as Katsuya as just simply Gamamota and simply jump away like a normal toad, losing all of his sanity as well as Katsuya as Jiraiya landed as he has lost all of his chakra as well. He could feel so much chakra into the nature but no, he cannot absorb it. He cannot go into the sage mode as Hiruzen was openly crying as then Kurama said, for abandoning your duties, I will have your heads. As he reverted back into a small fox and with the increase of speed, as he looked towards them, and for the last moment, Minato and Kushina sealed away some of their chakra into their child. And at their last moment, when they met with their child, they were so disappointed in the ones who they trusted into the third Hokage for promising that he will protect their child and allowing the civilian and the council to beat him up and finally killing him off for his so-called godfather who rather you can say peek at the woman than to take care of a child for a woman who rather drunk herself in depths than to do anything. I will have your heads and they were so disappointing in all of you as Jiraiya simply looked down into the ground along with Tsunade. They have betrayed the trust of Minato, Kushina. How are they even going to face them into the other world? And finally, Kurama tore them apart and they were nothing to begin with. As finally, he looked towards a lone figure who was standing on the, you can say, head of the fourth Hokage crying openly saying, cursing himself for his stupidity, for not realizing that Naruto was the son of his sensei. He has killed off the living family of his sensei. Kakashi has finally lost it as he started to laugh openly, and now, as Kurama simply shook his head, so his sanity has finally been off. As he looked into the sky, as the sun started to rise into the air, all the people in the village were already dead, either by the hands of nine tails or by losing all of their chakra. And since they were so reliant on the chakra, their body simply gave off. As Kurama went outside of the village, as he looked up to see sun rising in front of, you can say, the Konoha, as he said, such a beautiful scene. Perhaps this is the end, huh? As alright then, as he powered up a Biju Dama, as he released the attack, simply destroying it off, and that's how it will all end. And yeah guys, hope you guys enjoyed it, and if I were to able to find the fanfic, I will put the link in the description below, though I did change a bit, two or three things like adding Minato into the story, as well as Kushina, as well as, you can say, whole conversation and all that. I thought it would be interesting, but yeah, in the original fanfic, Kakashi was the one who killed it off, so I took it from there. So yeah guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed it. So yeah, please subscribe. And yeah guys, if you guys are new to this channel, or if you guys have not subscribed yet, please guys do so. It will really help me a lot. So yeah guys, peace.